No hit. Yeah, everybody.
Move away from the motorcycle.
All right, yeah, let's get everybody a little room.
Thank you, Bruce.
All right. Let's make sure everybody's got room. Everybody stay calm, don't hit each other.
Where do you stand on helmets?
I believe riders should decide. I always wear a helmet.
You say you're going to work for no money. Does that apply to Evelyn, or will it apply to Evelyn if she becomes governor?
She'll decide that for herself.
What if I want to be governor in 8 years and I don't have the means to work for nothing like you say you will? What kind of precedent are you setting for, working for nothing?
You know what? It's my way of giving back. I love Illinois. And, I'm not a politician. I'm doing this because I love the state. We've raised our 6 children here. I built businesses here. I love Illinois. And we've entered into a tragic situation, an economic death spiral. And I don't think these career politicians in Springfield will fix it. I know we can fix it. I want to turn it around, and it's my way of giving back.
What did you say?
How are you statewide?
I'm sorry?
There were some charges about buying black African-American voters. Could you respond to what the Secretary said?
Yeah, I think that's political spin, baloney. That's not valid at all. My wife and I have given back in low-income communities for our whole lives, and we've donated money to churches and health clinics and the YMCA and the Red Cross, and we've built charter schools and funded teacher training. We give back in every way we can. We've been doing this for decades. It doesn't have anything to do with politics.
They're attacking you because of class warfare.
It's going to be a rough and tumble campaign. I'm going to love every minute of it.
When you release your tax returns on October 15th, will they include the schedules as the governor has demanded?
We will release our tax returns when they're prepared and filed on October 15th, and at that point we'll have released 4 years of our tax returns. And we outline in detail our tax rate, which my tax rate's the same as Pat Quinn's.
And we paid the schedules, the detailed.
We'll release our returns on October 15th.
Why do you not want to release those schedules, though, Bruce? What's the hazard in doing that?
We've released far more information on our taxes than is required and that most folks have ever done.
What do you think?
And you know what? Here's the bottom line.
What about the Schedule A?
The real issue is we've fully paid our taxes. We follow all the rules and procedures. Pat Quinn's trying to create a bunch of mud in the air to try to create a diversion. Here's the bottom line. I pay taxes. I've paid the same tax rate as Pat Quinn. Pat Quinn is different from me in one major way. He wants to raise taxes on the working families of Illinois, and I want to lower the taxes on the working families in Illinois.
What do you
Bruce,
think?
let's talk about the class warfare they're talking about is not really about how much money you have, but how you made the money and the casualties along the way in jobs, in services to customers, and in laws being broken. How do you say you're going to have to run $1 billion corporation? You're not going to be able to say you're 5 levels removed from the guy who broke the law.
You know what? We have financed hundreds and hundreds of companies. Not everyone has succeeded, and not everyone has been run by some executives with high integrity. That's tragic. Whenever we found any problem, we've dealt with it aggressively and according to the law. Here's the bottom line is, I've driven major success in my entire career. Built teams of talented people, solved problems, and gotten things done. And when I've built businesses, I've done it on behalf of teachers, state troopers, and government workers in Illinois and around America. We've made a better retirement for them because we've generated more than double the stock market returns for 32 years.
What'd you think?
We saved taxpayers hundreds of millions of dollars, so taxpayers didn't have to put more money into the pensions. We've driven success. Pat Quinn has driven failure. He has not assembled talented teams of people. He has failed on jobs. He's failed on taxes. He's failed on education. And he's under federal investigation for corruption. You know what? He is a failure. I've been a winner and a fighter my whole life and delivered results.
Are you being damned for your success?
What do you think of Quinn comparing you to King Midas?
You know what? America is about working hard and doing good, and I'm proud of my success. I'm a middle-class kid. I didn't inherit any money, and I worked my tail off on behalf of teachers and government workers and state troopers, and I've done really well. And I've made a lot of money, and I'm proud of it, and I give back. We've donated tens of millions of dollars to give back in the community. We've paid our taxes, and we want that opportunity for every American. America's all about opportunity and succeeding through hard work. I'm very proud of that.
Can the class warfare argument where they're talking about getting out referendums, bringing out the votes, minimum wage, millionaires tax, you're wealthy, etc. Does all that play in their favor, or do you think you can combat that, and how?
Oh, you know what? This is all about leadership. I've been a leader my whole life, and I've driven results my whole life. Pat Quinn is not a leader. He has failed the people of the state. That's what really matters. He has failed on jobs. He's failed on taxes. He's failed on education. He's under federal investigation for corruption. He has failed to lead. I've been a leader who's driven results my whole life. And here's the bottom line. I'm a middle-class kid who's worked hard and done good. And my grandparents were dairy farmers and corn farmers. They lived in a little double-wide trailer. My grandfather gave me my values. He said, work 100% hardest as you can, get a great education, and give back in your community because everybody needs some help. So I give back in every way I can.
Raising sales taxes on some services, taxing some retirement income, and you're open on where the income tax should go right away with the hole in the budget. Aren't you very similar to Quinn in that budget and for middle-class families that you talk about?
Pat Quinn and I could not be any more different. He's been in office for almost 6 years. He said he believed in term limits. He shouldn't have even run because, you know what, he'll be 10 years in office if he were elected again. He's tragic, he's failed. He and I are very different. I'm going to restructure the government so it's efficient, effective, and transparent. He's had 6 years to do it. He has not done it. We're going to lower the tax burden on families. He wants to raise them. His answer to our problems is more taxes. My answer is growth. We need to grow our way out of our challenges. If we become a growth state, creating jobs for everyone, we get the tax revenue then from that growth to fund our schools and fund our health care. We can't keep raising tax rates. We need to keep tax rates low and become a growth state. That will solve our problem.
The governor just announced an unemployment level of 6.8%.
Let's go, Bruce! Let's go, Bruce! Let's go, Bruce! Let's go, Bruce!